It looks like the Biden administration could be turning on Fani Willis. I didn't know that. And Mike Davis here is on the Joe Pag Show. Welcome to John Mike Keene. And any bad news for Fani Willis is good news for Trump.
That's just done, period, because I think the Georgia Court of Appeals is going to disqualify Big Fanny's office because she took an illegal kickback.
Okay, so that's at the state level, the Georgia Court of Appeals. That's a whole different line of trouble for Fani Willis. We've already covered her, and most of the talk about her is how she has multiple prongs of trouble because she's so sloppy and so terrible.
When she paid her dumb, unqualified boyfriend, Nathan Wade, $700,000, $250 an hour, including his two meetings with the Biden White House, including the Biden White House counsel.
Prosecutor in the Trump election meddling case testifies before the House Judiciary Committee. That's Nathan Wade. And he admitted he met with White House staff on several occasions while working on the investigation that was led by Fulton County DA Fani Willis.
And that just came out that that he admitted to meeting with the Biden White House counsel. So before it was all vague, we don't know. And now suddenly they're admitting to it as they bring Nathan Wade. Remember, he tried running away from Congress. They had to put out a subpoena. They were looking for him. They finally found him. They brought him before it. He admitted to 2 meetings, at least 2 that we have on record with the White House, which proves it doesn't prove it, but it suggests there was an opening there for collusion, which means the White House came to Nathan Wade on Fani Willis and helped organize this hit on Trump.
Before Big Fanny brought her big dumb.
He also says he had to brush up on his knowledge of racketeering law.
RICO indictment against President Trump and 18 others. She took illegal kickbacks in the form of these lavish trips around the world, Belize, the Caribbean, Napa. She's a Grey Goose girl, remember? So the trial court judge, Scott McAfee, who's facing election blanked, he's a Kemp guy, but the Georgia Court of Appeals, it seems, is going to disqualify her office, which will make this entire case almost certainly go away.
The whole office, the district attorney office, is going to get wiped out basically for her getting illegal kickbacks. That still hasn't been adjudicated yet. They're still figuring that one out. It's been delayed. It's been pushed back. It's been, she was non-compliant, but that's the big one that is still on the records. Her actual money that she got for this thing. And it looks like all of these people, especially the ones, McAfee, who is a Kemp guy. So it's not even, these aren't even pro-Trumpers that could disqualify the whole thing just based on her getting those kickbacks.
She's just absurd with her arguments. Remember, she's the one who went to the black church in Atlanta and defamed a co-defendant, Mike Roman, and essentially accused him of racism for his allegations that it ended up being true. I think
that's back when they thought it would be easy. Mike Roman's the one. They got the wrong guy. 18 co-defendants of Trump. Remember, they had the mugshots of Jenna Ellis, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, just a whole list of them. And one of them was this Roman guy, and he's the one that exposed the Fani Willis, Nathan Wade, the plane tickets, the exorbitant trips. He's the one. So they got the wrong co-defendant on that one. And when you go that wide, well, they got a little sloppy, and that's what ended up dismantling all of her credibility on this, delayed the heck out of that so that it was not able to affect the election.
Drew, I think Big Fanny should lawyer up because she almost certainly is going to face a federal indictment, maybe even from the Biden Justice Department, because she's dead weight now. She's not useful anymore. And the Democrats, if you don't deliver for the Democrats, they destroy you.
That's the news I didn't know, that the Biden Justice Department could be going after Fani Willis herself. That's not waiting for Trump to get in office. That's them getting ahead of this thing and saying, look, we have to flush this girl out because she failed in her task. Now, I don't think it's going to be limited to just Fani Willis. I think they could throw Jack Smith under the bus too, because he failed at getting Trump hung on any of these lawsuits before the election, which they had one job. That's their whole purpose. Letitia James, Judge Juan Mershon, Alvin Bragg, Chutkin, they had one job. And specifically Jack Smith had the biggest job of them all to kind of unite them all and in the darkness bind them. And he failed. They have no October surprise because the October surprise has been spent over this entire year. What possible thing can the Democrats roll out against Trump now in this month? They've got nothing. And now Fani Willis could be sent to jail by her own Justice Department or open up an investigation or get her discredited or get her to lose her license because she was the amateur hour. They went with too low of a thinker, too sloppy of a person. Like, I don't think they wanted her to spend all that money on those trips with Nathan Wade. They're like, what did you do? What did you think your job was? She's like, I'm traveling. I'm sticking $15,000 in my pillowcase. And when all those details came out, they lost all their credibility in this conspiracy against Trump. I'm John Mike Keene.